What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my video or my channel, whichever one. For those of you that watched my previous video, I want to say thank you. I really do appreciate it. In this video, we're going to talk about the next number 2 invisible red flags that people don't watch out for in a relationship. And today is going to be baby mama and baby daddies. Okay, there's nothing wrong with dating a baby mama, there's nothing wrong with dating a baby daddy, but you need to watch out for a couple of things, because some people have made some mistakes and some people didn't pay attention to some details when it comes to dating these kind of people, and as a result of that they regret it. So I'm just here to point out some things that you need to watch out, the invisible things, the things that you don't count that counts. So let's get straight into it. Alright, for those of you that don't know what a baby mama is or what a baby daddy is, which I presume a lot of people do know, is people who've got kids with somebody else, but they're not with that person anymore and they want to move on and get with another person, because obviously a lot of people make mistakes having sex before marriage, and then children come in, children that they didn't plan for, and something happens and they don't get with the person that they had kids with and they want to move on. And I just want to say something here. Even though you're a Christian or whether you're not a Christian, you do not have to be with the father or the mother of your child. Okay, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. Don't let anyone make you feel like you have to because you've got kids with them. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And if the mistake has happened, it's not the end of the world. There's still somebody out there that is going to accept you and your child. There's still somebody out there who's going to take care of you and your child and treat you guys right. That's if you wait on God to give you that person. If you don't wait on God for that person, things could go good in the beginning and it could go left at the end. So my advice is, if you are a baby mama or if you are a baby daddy, is to wait on God. You've made a mistake once, okay, and now it's time to learn from it, because if you make that same mistake the second time, it's foolishness. So it's best to, you know, make a U-turn and to get things right. But for today, we're going to talk about the invisible red flags that you should watch out for when you are dating this kind of person. Now, first of all, when you're in a relationship or you're dating someone who has got a kid outside of marriage or who's got a kid elsewhere, you have to understand that as long as you are just in a relationship or you are just dating them, you are not a priority to them yet until you are officially married, okay? Because the kids came before you, and that's just how it is. Until you are married, your partner comes first. If you guys are not married, they do not come first. The kids come first, your parents come first, and then when you get married, you become first. So when you're dating this kind of person, you have to ask them if they are spending time with their kids, if they are making efforts to see their kids, because that will show you the type of father or the type of mother they are. If they are just dumping their kids anywhere in the hands of anybody just to come see you, just to come be with you, it's a red flag, because the kids came before you, so therefore they have to put the kids first. If today is kids sports day and you're asking your partner to come see you, they need to go see their kids sports day before they come see you, because the kids come first until the two of you are married. So what you need to watch out for is, are they spending time with their kids? Now, if you're dealing with a baby daddy that's telling you, you know, he hasn't got access to his kids due to some government stuff or money or whatever, and you can tell deep down in your heart that it's not his or her fault that they can't see their kids, then that's cool. But when you know that, you know, there's nothing stopping them from seeing their kids, then you need to observe. I wouldn't say ask questions, you can ask questions later on, but observe and see if they're actually putting their kids first, if they're spending time with their kids. And when you are around this person and they are around their kids, how do they treat their kids? How do they treat their siblings? You know, that's how you would know how they're training their kids. Are they training their kids to use filthy languages? Are they allowing their kids to talk rude to anyone? These are the type of things that you need to watch out for. Another thing that you need to watch out for is when you're dealing with someone who, especially from a girl's perspective, if you're dating a guy who's got about 3 baby mamas or 2 baby mamas or 5 baby mamas, because believe it or not, there are guys out there who's got like 2, 3, 4, 5 baby mamas. In this situation, you need to be very, very, very careful, as in very careful Because the thing is, if a man's got about 3, 2, 4, 5 baby mamas, first of all, there's something wrong with that man. He cannot control himself sexually. That's number one problem. Okay? I don't care whether the pills weren't left or the girls weren't using contraceptive or whatever. He cannot control himself sexually. And that is a big red flag. There is a lot of girls out there that are not willing to date guys who've got about 3 to 2 baby mamas. It's not because it's not because of the kids, it's because when you have so many baby mamas like that, it tells a girl that you can't control yourself sexually. And not only that, if you've got about like 3, 2, 4, 5 baby mamas and you couldn't even hold it down with one, you couldn't even get with one or marry one of them, what gives the next girl guarantee that you're going to stick around? And that's why, as a girl, if you're dating a guy who's got a lot of baby mama, you need to stay away from sex. As in, don't even go to his house, don't even go close to his bed. Stay away from that thing until he puts a ring on it and you've sealed it on a sheet of paper. Because that kind of man needs to learn how to control himself sexually, and the only way you can learn that is when you are practicing celibacy. So another thing that you need to be conscious of is when you're dealing with a man who's got a lot of baby mamas, you need to check whether he's financially stable. Because remember, a man who's got a kid obviously has to pay child benefit, okay? And any good woman who's getting with a man who's got kids understands that he has to pay child benefit, he has to look after his kids. And anyone who's got kids know that you need money to look after your kids, you need to buy your kids stuff, you need to send them to school, send them to uni and all of that. If you're dealing with a man who's got a lot of baby mamas and he is not financially stable, that is a red flag. I wouldn't even advise you to go ahead in that relationship, because half of his money is going to be spent on the kids, then the rest is going to be spent on buying a house, paying mortgage, paying bills and all of that, and he hasn't got much to spend on you, which is not fair. Okay, so to be honest with you, as a guy, if you do have a lot of kids elsewhere, you really should not be looking for a relationship until you are financially stable, until you can stand on your own and say, yes, I've got enough money to take care of my kids, I've got enough money to buy a house, now I can go get a wife, or I can go look for love. If you're not financially stable, stay away from it, because it's not worth it. When you get a wife, love without money is bitter. Love is not everything. Love needs a little bit of substance to keep it strong, and money is one of them. So if you're not financially stable and you've got so many kids out there, you've got a lot of baby mamas to deal with, you need to sort yourself out. And I wouldn't advise any girl to move forward until that man is financially stable. That's a red flag if he's not. Coming from a guy to a baby mama's perspective, if you're dating if you're dating a girl who's got a kid, you need to see whether she's a family girl. Okay, because believe it or not, when you have a kid at a young age, it doesn't really register in your head that you're a mom. That takes time it takes time to even deep it, talk about acting like it. But at the same time, you need to see whether she's caring, whether she's loving. Is she a family girl? Does she prioritize her family first? Or is she still out there doing her own thing after having a kid? Is she still going out there going clubbing? She's just dumping her kids to any nanny. She's not, paying attention to details. She's not nurturing to the child. You need to watch out for all of these. And these type of things, you can't really know the answer to it by asking questions. You have to observe. You have to constantly observe in the phone calls, when she's around you, when the kid is around you, how the kid is behaving. Do the kids look dirty? If you're dating a woman and the kids are looking dirty, it's a red flag. She should be clean. The kids shouldn't be having smuts coming down their nose or wearing clothes that are teared, So those are the kind of things that you need to watch out for. That's it for this video. There's nothing wrong with dating baby mamas or dating a baby daddy, but there's some things that you need to watch out for, some things that are invisible, and those are the things that I've mentioned in this video. So please keep your eyes open. My desire is for people to be in good, healthy relationships. I'm not happy when I see people in bad relationships, especially when there are some red flags that have been shown in the beginning and people didn't pay attention to it. So please do take this advice, and hopefully stay blessed and stay beautiful. Until my next video. Bye.